Shalom. I'd like to start out by giving all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect of Israel. This is Thamayim in Atlanta, and today I'd like to take a look at these activists that I've been seeing on social media, in particular these oil activists that recently went to a museum and took cans of tomato soup or tomato sauce and poured them onto a Van Gogh painting. And when I saw this the first time, I immediately thought there's something up with it, because their hair dye probably has an oil base to it, and then they actually went on to super glue their hands to the wall in protest, and I thought maybe that super glue probably even has an oil base to it. And so seeing this, there's also these vegan protesters that are out, or vegan activists that are out, and they've been going around and dumping out full supplies of milk at grocery stores, and that just seems silly when we are in a supply shortage and in food shortages. And saw some more of these oil, or a different set of oil activists spray painting walls and doing things, and doing their certain protest at, I'm guessing, oil tycoons' buildings. And that group in particular, I didn't see them getting any trouble for it. And come to find this video that we're about to watch, and this girl exposes it for being a plot of the Gettys, which the Gettys made their money through oil. And it's showing a type of controlled opposition in which Esau is funding these activists in order to make the leftists look off, but also to make protests in general look off, so that they can come in and produce some type of legislation to stop these activists and stop protesters from protesting. And this all goes into the Kanye West stuff that's going on now, the Alex Jones case in which he lost and has to pay $1 billion. And this is going into limiting free speech, and it's going into limiting protest, so that the elite can try to stave off being exposed for the wicked that they are. And so let's go ahead and take a listen to this TikToker and what she has to say.
Yeah, this is so much worse than I ever could have imagined. So let's get into my proof of why this attack on the Van Gogh sunflower painting was funded by big oil to make climate change activists look bad. So the organization responsible for this is Just Stop Oil. Now I wonder what's on their website. Oh yes, here where you can donate cryptocurrency, what all climate change activists absolutely love. So, they receive funding from the Climate Emergency Fund. That's Eileen Getty. That name is familiar. Oh, that's right, oil heiress Eileen Getty. Getty Oil, who dumped over 30 million gallons of oil into the soil in New York. So, I don't know. And while I'm not trying to diss people who look like this, I'm sorry, this is fucking cartoonish. This is a cartoonish depiction of a liberal. You mean to tell me someone who cares about climate change this much has dyed hair, which has a huge environmental impact? Is wearing fast fashion clothing, both of them? Really? That's who is doing this? Quite literally, big oil is funding fake leftist activism to make leftists look bad so people don't support leftist thinking. And I'm not surprised, and nobody should be. They've been doing this for fucking years. And years. And years. They will lie, they will steal, they will plant, and they're going to continue. So just in the future, if you see some activism that maybe looks a little bullshit and not real, it probably isn't. I cannot believe this. This is...
And that's about enough with her. But she's right. This is it's checking out to be the elite. It's checking out to be the Gettys. And as we know, the Gettys are one of those high up families that control this society and the world through their policy, through their money. The elite, the high up of the Edomites. So let's go ahead and get into the scriptures. We'll start out at 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, if we are not ignorant of his devices. And studying the Edomites, the self-proclaimed white men, we can tell that they do this. They set up one thing so that they can demonize it on the other side. Controlled opposition. They set up events, false events, so that they can create an action that's needed after it. It's order out of chaos. And they've been doing this since they have come into power. This is Matthew 10 and 26. Fear them not, therefore, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, and hid that shall not be known. And we are at a point in time to where Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, are exposing these devils for their wickedness. And it's at the point to where within days or even day of, Esau's doing something and they're exposed right away. It's being seen by the people, at least by the people who have their eyes and ears open. And none of these things Esau will get away with. He's not going to get away with any of it. This is Luke 8 and 17. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. And let's get that word manifest. And that's Strong's G 5318. Phaneros means to be apparent, to be made manifest, to be evident, to be made known. It says to be plainly recognized or known. And we're coming into the time to where the Edomites are going to be made manifest. Like, no, that's not a white person. That is an Edomite. That is the wicked. That wicked is being revealed, and their devices and their plans are being revealed with them. This is Job 5 and 12. He disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. And the elite of Esau, one of their biggest weapons has been secrecy. And that's how they've been able to rule and carry out their plans for so long, because it's all been done in secret. But now these things are being exposed, and it's being made known who is even doing it. As in that video, you can see that it's the Gettys that are behind this activism, which will eventually lead to demonizing of protests, and demonizing of activism, and demonizing of free speech, all leading to the famine of the word. But the Lord's exposing this. He's exposing their craftiness right now. It says, verse 13, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. And so we are patiently waiting for the Lord to take them in all of their doings and to reward them for the wickedness that they've put out into the earth, and to cast them down. And Lord willing, that time will not be very much longer. And so, Lord willing, that was edifying. I'd like to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect of Israel. Shalom.